Hi, beautiful souls. This morning I saw a dear friend. I say a dear friend, a dear morning dog walking friend up in the field. And we talked about Christmas briefly. And I was asked whether I liked Christmas. Now, one of the things that I do really love about this time of year is that thinning of the veils, the being able to access otherworld, I call it otherworld, other worlds, with so much ease. Dreamtime is just so exciting at this time of year. Certainly for me, this is how I find it, and it's just like stepping into just a different world every single night. As soon as I close my eyes, boom, I'm off, and I'm exploring, and I'm creating integrations, receiving gifts, releasing and alchemizing past experiences, past realities, and just basically going about it in a way that's just so effortless and so easy. And I feel that this time of year has a lot in that. We have that beautiful light coming through. I mean, the light, the sun rises, so you've got the actual physical light, but the actual feeling light, the light that actually comes through, that sense of like it coming through your heart. It feels like it doesn't just feel like, it is coming right through your heart. This incredible, intense, beautiful light, the flooding of the Christ light on the earth plane. And when you're aware, and when you've done a lot of your own cleansing already, you can really feel it through your heart, through every pore of your body. You feel like you're glowing. You feel like you are the sun, and you are a sun. You are totally a sun. But you feel so light, so like as if you are floating through the day, moving in a beautiful flowing manner, as if you are on a boat on a stream, and just allowing it to take you, but take you in the way that you're focusing it to take you, not just that you are a helpless victim on a boat going downstream or whatever, but you're actually really, really focused, and wherever you feel you want to go, you're going. And this is, to me, one of the things that I just love. I mean, I didn't explain all of this to my friend in the field. I just said I really love the light. And later, as I carried on walking, I thought, oh gosh, he probably thinks I mean all the Christmas lights. But the commercialism I'm not so fond of. And I like the aspects where we can give meaning. I mean, every day anyway, whenever I see somebody, I always wish them a good day, and I send them blessings, and I greet people always. Not everybody greets you back, but that's okay. That's not my business. And it's interesting to see how people are throughout the year. When you're used to going out and about, seeing different people, this time of year, there's something about people. It either can spark them up and make them a lot lighter, and there is a lot of lightness at this time of year, or it can make people a little bit heavier. And I think when people do tend to get heavier, it's because they're overthinking things, and there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure to keep up. With children in schools, one child's getting this. I mean, I heard some people over talking in a shop the other day, and the man was trying to stop this woman buying something, and she said, yeah, but he hasn't got much. And they were talking about a child that's nothing to do with their child. And I was like, that's interesting. Haven't got much. What is much? What do we define as much? What do we need? And when I was a child, I remember we used to get stockings, and we'd get some goodies down a stocking with a satsuma and sugar mouse and things like this. And some of my school friends used to get a pillowcase, and I couldn't understand why Father Christmas would give some children a pillowcase and others a stocking, because even at that age, even if your mother's saying, yeah, but those children are greedy, that's not a really helpful answer, because you're thinking, well, but they got what they wanted, and children don't think like the same way. Like most children want the goods. Most children want the stuff, like dogs, you know. If you say to a dog, like, do you know, want this extra bone, they're gonna go, yeah, I'll take the extra bone, because I can always do with that. I can always make room for another. So yeah, it's interesting. It is interesting. I find this time of year quite interesting. I see groups of different types of consciousness, and how the different interactions and the different feelings go on within those groups. You know, being yesterday in a town and seeing the different clusters of the different groups of humans. I went into a few shops and had to leave. It was just too intense. All of this like desperation to get the best bargain, and looking for the, you know, best kind of, well, oh no, we have to go here, we have to go here. And this was a desperation. And that part of Christmas I don't appreciate. And my friend, he also, that's what he doesn't like about Christmas. So basically he's been put off Christmas because Christmas has become something that it was never intended to be. Christmas was all about the birth of the Christ light and the Christ. That was the whole point. And now suddenly it's become about spend, 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 spend. And I'm not saying that I tell everyone they should be going to church or any of that malarkey, because I also, that's not my thing. But what is my thing is the light, the actual light, that feeling of that light that comes through this time of year, and feeling that closeness to Source, to God, to Christ, to whatever you want to call it. And I feel it really, really beautiful. I just feel it really, really close. And I also feel like a strong closeness to everybody who I've ever loved and who's ever loved me, whether they're here on the earth plane or whether they are departed the earth plane. I feel a closeness with all of my different aspects, my multidimensional selves. I feel like as if I feel angelic. I feel angelic, and I do enjoy feeling like that. I enjoy feeling good. I enjoy feeling good. And I feel that when we have this opportunity to feel this beauty and this wonderment coming through from the light, the Christ light, and when we've taken time out to integrate and to release parts of ourselves that we need to let go of, and when we're focused and intentional and we're creating what we wish to bring forth and which realities we want to experience, and when we're just aware, then there's no reason for us not to continue feeling that good as we move forwards into the next year, and then the next year, and the next year. It's like getting that momentum, getting that putting on those rollerblades, those rollerblades under the human, but being aware of the fact that this, don't see it as, oh, I can only do it at this time of year. Can do this and be this every moment of the year. Can do this all the time. And my plan, which is a mind thing, but it's not just a mind thing here, because it's a higher mind thing. You know, open heart, axis of higher mind, and integrate the two, is to move forwards, continuing with that feeling of rising above the earth, floating, 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 and gracefully moving through each day with love, to share love and to be love and to shine love in service, in love. And I question actually all of the some of the practices that I have learnt in the past. I question a lot of those, because at this time of year you get so many insights, and I feel that some of the insights that we get are useful to share, but then we also update and we upgrade ourselves as well as we move along, because nothing ever stays the same. We're always learning more on different depths and levels and heights and widths and breadths, and so sometimes when we share things, people might think, oh well, that's it. But no, things can change, things do change. And a lot of the exercises that I grew up on, or cut my spiritual teeth on, so to speak, I don't feel are appropriate for me anymore, but they are appropriate as bridges for people when they are moving through different, could say levels, but just different realities, that's a better word. As we move through different realities, as we grow and expand, we have to practice different things, because it helps us to open our heart, helps us to expand, helps us to be able to see in all of our higher senses. But now I'm at this state where I feel that so a lot of change has happened in a very brief time at the end of this year. But I say a lot of change has happened. I have done a lot of inner work over the years, lots of inner work, intense amounts of inner work. And right now, all I want to do is just to meditate, be out in nature as much as possible, and to keep going within to find the truth for me, because we're all at different stages on our journeys, and there's no right or wrong to that, we're all on different stages. The best thing anyone can do to empower anyone is to say, look, keep going within, keep meditating, even if it's 2 minutes each day, even if it's a guided meditation, no matter what, just make sure that every single day you take time to relax in that way and to calm your mind, because those people with the mind full on, it takes them out of their heart and it stops the heart being open. So when you're overthinking things, you're not in your heart. You're not in your heart. The only way you can be in your heart is to be in your heart, to have an open heart, and to go through your heart to access the wisdom of your heart, and to consult your higher selves and your higher aspects and your highest aspect, because your highest aspect's not interested about all of your thoughts and all of your, oh, I should do this and I should do that, all of that malarkey, which is very human, which is very ego driven with the mind. Your highest self's not interested in that. Your highest self's like we've come here for a reason, and let's get on with that. Let's do that. But you know, everybody has to get within and find that truth for themselves. Nobody can pass that on to you and say, this is what you need to be doing, this is who you are, and this is what you need to do. You've got to find that out for yourself. And when people do pass that information on to somebody, they're actually disempowering the other person quite a bit, because There's certain things you can say to somebody else, but when you say too much to somebody else, then you can create distortions, and then they go off on a path that, and it won't be wrong or right, that's just how it is. But then they have to eventually come back and find out the stuff they need to find out for themselves. They need to find out for themselves. You can study and you can do all sorts of things like this, but there are certain bits you have to do for yourself. No one else can do it for you. Nobody can do the clearing for you. Nobody can tell you what your real mission is here other than you. You have to do it for yourself. You have to go within and find that out for yourself. And right now is a brilliant time to do it, because right now we've got that beautiful flooding of the Christ light here on the earth plane. We have a very high frequency, beautiful, beautiful light, and open your heart to it and really feel within, and just step off in dream time and make your dream time count, and then keep going in, keep journaling, keep writing everything down, all of the things that come up to the surface for you, for your observations, for your clearings, for your love, keep writing everything down, and then create the path that you need to be taking for the new year. Create that path in your now, like in this December month. Just create it, just like, right, I'm creating this, I'm creating this. Oh, my beautiful heart, tell me, how does that feel? How does that feel? How does that feel? How does that feel? And then ask for images, and ask for guidance, and ask for more clarity, and feel it from your heart. Allow it to present, to come through you. And just write it all down. Draw it if you feel like you want to draw it. I draw a lot at the moment. I'm just drawing at the moment, in fact. It's upside down, but there's dolphins and walrus, and I just feel that, you know, you get so much. This time of year is beautiful. Really treasure this time of year. It's a beautiful time of year for reasons that most people don't see, not the buying and all of that. It should be about the giving, absolutely about the giving. But in this time, when we feel that light, we can give more. We can give so much more, and that giving will just continue throughout the year. So I wish you all lots of love, and if you are giving and bringing joy to people's hearts in your local communities, I think you're amazing, and I love you so much for doing that, because that's really what we should be doing as well. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's all about the giving. Love, and more love to you all. Peace.